Hi, this is Gary with MacMost Now. On today's episode, let's take a look at using the guitar and bass instruments on GarageBand for iPad. So GarageBand for iPad is a lot of fun to play with because of the instruments. In part 1 last week I showed you the drums. Well, you also have the ability to create bass and guitar using the Smart Bass and Smart Guitar instruments. So they were the basics, but you really don't get the whole idea until you actually try it and play around with it. Matter of fact, you can just play around with it for hours without ever even recording anything. Just trying different chord combinations, trying different scales in bass and guitar, and trying different things with the autoplay. There's a lot you can do. You can kind of have fun with it without even recording. So when we open GarageBand we find the drum track that we had last week. To add a new track, all you need to do is tap the Instruments button at the top, and then you go back to the instrument browser here and you go back and forth. And you can see the two we're going to look at today are the Smart Guitar and also Smart Bass. Let's start by looking at Smart Bass. Now there are two different modes. You can see a switch in the upper right. There's chords and notes. Notes is kind of what you expect. You can tap a string at a fret and you can play the note. Now you can also tap and hold and then bend the note. You can also tap and move horizontally. And you can also tap more than one string at a time with two fingers. Now you can change the scale by hitting the scale button there, and see you have a lot of different choices. We won't use that right now, but something else you can play with. The other mode is chords. Now chords, you still have strings that you could tap, but now they're arranged by chords. So it's easier for non-musicians to be able to play something that sounds good. And we also have this idea of autoplay. You have the switch here. So let's turn it on and go to 1. And there are 4 different types of kind of bass riffs here. We just need to tap the chord. The strings are gone, you can see. And it will just continuously play this riff. And then we can change the chord. And we could switch. If we go to a different instrument, we can see that it's got slightly different sounding riffs. So you have a lot of different types of basses you can choose from here. You've got some standard ones and you have some synthesizer ones too, and it'll change the way the interface looks when you choose one of those. Now let's leave the bass and tap on Instruments and go over to Smart Guitar. And Smart Guitar is going to look a lot the same, and you've got chords and notes here at the top. Notes, you can do the same thing. Play individual notes. Tap 2 and to play 2 notes. Bend. Move along. And you can change the scale that you're using as well. And you can also switch to chords here. And in chords, not only can you tap individual strings, but you can strum. You can only strum some of the notes want, or you could just simply tap the top of each one to strum the entire thing. And then you have also have autoplay as well, so let's switch to 1 here and you can change the type of autoplay. You can do that all on the fly. And you'll get different things if you switch to another type of guitar. So for instance here, autoplay 3 here, sounds very different. Notice you also have the pedals here that you can activate. Now with bass or guitar, or with even using autoplay here, you can hit the record button at any time to record. Stop, and then you'll see here if we switch to the loops that we have another track in there, and there's the hard rock guitar track, and when we play them we get the drums from last week, episode 1 of this series, and then you get the guitar as a second track there, and we can make adjustments to either one of those tracks as before. So looping it, cutting pieces off, even you can double tap and edit and remove notes. Matter of fact, you can even use it as an instrument itself, plug it into some speakers and then play it as you would a regular guitar, something to sing over or something for you and your friends just to have fun with. So I hope you found this useful. Till next time, this is Gary with MacMost Now. If you found this video useful, there's one thing you can do for me in return. It won't cost you anything and it'll just take you a few seconds. If you're not already at MacMost.com, go there and then look for the video you just watched and go to that page. Underneath the video you'll see a bunch of different links that help you share the video with friends. Take a second to click the like button. This sends a signal out to the rest of the internet that the video is worth watching. Thanks.